This is the second tutorial in how to write a P paragraph. Again, the focus will be on the ballad, The Highwayman, and this time we will think about incorporating talking about the way the reader feels about the text. So, as a quick reminder, our P paragraph is made up of three things: our point, our evidence, and our explanation. So very quickly, I will run back over these three things, looking at this question. How do we know that the highwayman felt guilty? So this is a slightly trickier question, and what I am going to focus on for this one is the idea that actually, now where will I find it? Here we go. That actually the highwayman felt some guilt about Bess dying in an attempt to keep him safe. Back he spurred like a madman, shrieking a curse to the sky. So I'm thinking here mostly about this idea of shrieking a curse to the sky. So my point is going to be the highwayman felt guilty about Bess dying because he knew, I don't need a comma there, do I? It was as a result of her involvement with him, and here's my comma, a criminal. So my evidence, for instance, and where's my quote again? He was shrieking a curse to the sky. Explanation. This shows he felt guilty as he was cursing perhaps he was cursing her bad luck or cursing himself for continuing his relationship with her, knowing it was forbidden. So our key part now is one of the first ways that you can begin to evaluate the evidence and your response to the question, which is by thinking about the reader or the audience if you are talking about a play. So I'm going to mark this down as an R for today as a reminder and start with this makes the reader feel. And thinking about this, personally, the way I feel for the highwayman at this point is I actually pity him. I do feel quite sorry for him because I think that Bess was treated unfairly, and I don't think it was very nice that King George's men used her as a way of trapping him, because, as we mentioned in the last video, it wasn't her fault. She had not done anything wrong, and she had to suffer purely because she was in a relationship with him. So if I'm thinking about myself in this sense as the reader, this makes the reader, and we'll get rid of feel actually, this makes the reader pity the highwayman. And remember that you always need to explain your ideas, because this makes the reader pity the highwayman because he probably did not intend to involve Bess in his criminal activities. So to quickly recap, We know already how to write a basic P paragraph. We know the basic structure of point, evidence and explanation, and we are now thinking about how to evaluate even further our response to the question by commenting on the effect on the reader.